What is going on, guys? Jack has got your back. Welcome to another tier list on the channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Tony Hawk's gaming franchise. My previous tier list was the Transformers movies tier list. If you haven't checked that out, there's like a little card or annotation that you can go and check that out. But first of all, we're going to be taking a look at the Tony Hawk games. This franchise started in 1999. I was 4 years old when the whole franchise started. And yeah, I mean, I've played a majority of these games as well. Some bangers in there, of course. And as you can see, the layout for this tier list is completely different now. So we're going to try and do like a different type of format for the tier lists, because I found a website that actually has a crap ton of tier lists that you can go out and make your own tier list. And with this case as well, they actually, they fit well within the sections, which is great. So as you can see, we have our little our categories here. So we've got best, favorite, great, good, okay, and worst, hate. Or technically ones I haven't played, because there are there's a couple in this this franchise I haven't played. But we're gonna kick things off with the first one, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, that came out in 1999. And yeah, so when it comes to this game, I only recently played this, recently, for a video, for like an evolution. I was doing like a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater evolution on another channel, JJ Retro. If you haven't done that already, go ahead and check that out. Check that channel out. Yeah, I did an evolution of Pro Skater because at the time we knew that a new Pro Skater was coming out, but we didn't know what it was going to be, if it was going to be like a remaster or it was going to be Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 6. We didn't know, but it turned out to be Pro Skater 1+2, which was phenomenal, but we'll get to that. But yeah, so I recently played this Pro Skater, the original, and I would love to say, it holds up, but in a way, this is like the grandfather of like the whole series. So this is gonna be a bit controversial, but like when it comes to this tier list, it's gonna be my opinions and my thoughts. So your list can completely be different. So go ahead in the comment section below. As always, I'd love to hear your feedback and your list as well. But yeah, this might be a bit controversial, but I'm gonna put this one in the good category. So it's like it's like not the predecessor. It's like the grandfather. It's a relic. It should belong in a museum because it's like the blueprint of like the series moving forward. But yeah, you got like all these different levels. You got these goals that you can do. 6 scores, pro scores, get the hidden tape, do miscellaneous like grinds or do a trick over this thing or whatever. Yeah, pretty good stuff. But yeah, like I said, I played this recently. It might have changed if I played this like at the beginning of when it did come out. But yeah, so I'm going to put it in the good category. When it comes to Pro Skater 2 now, yeah, basically, what do you call it? Like, moving on from like the first game, improving some things, tweaking some things. School 2 was great. Hangar level was great. And yeah, pretty much the same as the second game, but moving forward a bit. But like I said, I played this recently whilst doing an Evolutions video. So I guess if I were to play this game when it originally came out, my opinion could be completely different. I'll put it in like the great category or the best category. But as I played this recently, I'm going to put it in the good category. But now we come to Pro Skater 3. So Pro Skater 3 holds like a very special place in my heart because this was like one of the first PS2 games. Like I practically had, like my brother and I shared this game. This is primarily my brother's, but like he did hand it down to me when he like sort of like moved on with other consoles and games. So he handed it on to me. But yeah, Pro Skater 3, this game was fantastic. The Foundry or the Factory level, whatever it was, the airport level, the Canada level, are some of the greatest levels, I think, anyway, in the whole series. And then, of course, the music. The music was fantastic. You had Ace of Spades, Ace of Spades by Motorhead. And you also had like Body Jar. You had another song which is very catchy, but I forgot the name of it. But yeah, they're very catchy songs in Pro Skater 3. But yeah, I mean, this game was absolutely phenomenal. Basically the same as like the other two games, where you do like these different scores. You also could do miscellaneous stuff, get the secret tape, that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, without further ado, I'm going to have to put this in the S category. It has to go there, for me anyway. I loved playing this game as a kid, and when I came back to do the evolutions for this video of Pro Skater Evolution, instead of just doing like, 10 minutes of gameplay, I basically played this until the end because I just got nostalgic whilst playing through it, and I absolutely loved it. But yeah, now moving on to Pro Skater X2. I never played this one, but judging by I don't know, you can barely see it. There's like a barcode or like a logo for Xbox. So I'm assuming this is like the second game, or like maybe the first and the second game put together, maybe for the Xbox. But yeah, never played it, so I'm gonna put that in the worst hate category. But it's also doubling as a never played category. Moving on to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. When it comes to this game, I never played this one, but I heard this was actually I think this might have been the best in the Pro Skater series, because when it comes to this game, it was moving towards more of a story mode type of thing, where you had goals, but like the goals were also doing, mission stuff, like actual story related stuff. But yeah, never played this one. But yeah, like I said, I played it like a little bit for the evolution, but never played it to warrant, like an opinion over it. I only did it for like the evolutions. But yeah, without further ado, it's gonna have to go into that category because I never played it. Never played it. But now we come to the greatest era, I would say, of Tony Hawk games. We move on to Tony Hawk's Underground. This game came out in 2003, so this game is already 20 years old. I feel very old saying that. But yeah, Tony Hawk's Underground, this game was a chef's kiss, like, masterpiece of a game. Yeah, so this completely gets rid of the whole, get a 6 score, do miscellaneous goals, get like the secret tapes. It kind of, goes completely the opposite direction with that and gives you a story mode, where you play as like a local skater, and you have like a friend. You have your best friend called Eric Sparrow, who turns out to be a complete knob during the story of the game. Yeah, you're like a local skater, and you want to become like a famous skater. You want to be sponsored. You want your name known in the skateboarding community. So you go like around the world. You go from like New Jersey to Manhattan, Tampa, Vancouver, Hawaii, Moscow as well. Yeah, you go around the world, trying to make a name for yourself. But yeah, this story mode was great. If I have the chance to like pick it up, I would definitely do a stream on this game. The stream would probably be about an hour long because I vividly remember like doing the majority of this game. From start to finish. Like, this game was absolutely incredible. So you know where this is going. It's going to go in the S category. For me personally, it's fantastic. It's an absolute blast to play. The music was great. The story is good. The locations, the gameplay, all good. If you can somehow get your hands on this game, I highly recommend it for sure. Now we move on to Underground 2. This is the sequel to Underground, obviously. But yeah, when it comes to this game, you're now a pro, but now this is when the whole Jackass era starts to come in. So if you don't know, Jackass at the time was like a reality show, but like they would do like all these pranks with each other. You had Johnny Knoxville, you had Bam Margera in it, Wee Man was in it, Phil Margera, like, Bam's dad was in it. Steve-O was in this game as well. But yeah, like, you had the whole Jackass vibe to this game. It was basically known as like the World Destruction Tour. I've also done a stream on this recently as well. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll put like another annotation so you can go check that out as well. Yeah, did a stream on this. But yeah, it's like a World Destruction Tour. So your little band of skateboarding, brethren, your comrades, go across the world again, like from Barcelona to Berlin, and also Australia. You go like across the world, and you do as much destruction as you can. And also like do these goals and all that, like spray paint this billboard or summon the unholy spirits in New Orleans, you know, that sort of thing. So it was wacky. It was great. You had Nigel Beaverhausen, which was again a knob in the game. But yeah, this game was absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, I'm going to put this in the S category as well. I absolutely loved this game. It was great. And yeah, like I said, I recently played this on stream. So I'll put like a little annotation so you can go check that out. But yeah, we need to get to Underground 1 at some point as well. I need to try and track down that game to do on stream. Right, now we move on to Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. So when it comes to this game, I'm trying to remember what it was about, because it's been a long time since I played this one, and I don't remember it as much as like the Underground series. But if I remember correctly, when it comes to this game, you are a local skater, like a school dropout, and you basically love skateboarding. So you go to LA, and then you come across like another group of skateboarders, and they have like their own little like skate park, but it's like a dump, and it's like run of the mill, like there's nothing in it. So you're tasked with, you know, trying to find pieces for this skate park, but you're also trying to become a pro as well. So you got like the dynamic of becoming a pro whilst trying to find like these different objects you can use in the skate park. So like a T-Rex head, a Space Needle as well, a carousel as well. But yeah, I mean, this game was okay, but like what I said, like I don't have like that same, I don't know, I don't have that same you know, attachment like I did with like the Underground series. But it was still a good game, and it introduced more like parkour elements of like running up walls and like doing backflips. And also it introduced a BMX as well. So you could like switch between like a BMX and your skateboard. You had like these BMX goals that you can do as well. But it was good. But like I said, it doesn't have the same attraction, like the same attachment like I had with the Underground series. So I'm going to put it in the great category. Like, it's just missing that mark. It was still good, but it was like just misses that mark of being like the best. Right, moving on. Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam. Never played this game. This was like when I was transitioning from like PS2 to PS3. I don't know if this game came out on PS3, but yeah, I never played this one. I believe all this game was, because I had to look up gameplay of this, I believe all this was like just going from like the top of a hill and then going all the way down whilst trying to do like all these tricks and do all these goals and all that. And if you do all of that, reaching to the end, you can like move on. Hence the reason Downhill Jam. But yeah, never played this game, so I'm going to put that there. Yeah, I don't know when it comes to that game. Oh my god, right. So, Tony Hawk's Project 8. So, oh my god, did I have this on PS3? I'm trying to remember if I had this on PS2 or PS3. Like I said, I was like transitioning at the time. But yeah, Tony Hawk's Project 8. God, this game. So this game, I mean, it was okay. It was trying to like revolutionize the Tony Hawk franchise. It was trying to give it like, not a reboot, but it was trying its best to be different, but also paying homage to like stuff that came before. So you had like a story mode, but it was trying its best to go back to like the pro skater days. So you had like pro and sick goals to do, like get this score, do this thing, get the secret tape in this area, that sort of thing. But this also introduced like a slow-mo mechanic, where if you click in both sticks, you go into like a slow-mo type of deal, and using the sticks, like the left and right sticks, you can do like these crazy flip tricks. But it doesn't get, you know, it doesn't get improved upon until very later on. Like this was like, again, like the blueprint or like the grandfather of like the whole slow motion mechanic. I mean, it was, I didn't like it as much as like the other games. So I'm gonna put it in the okay category because I don't like it. I don't like Project 8. And it makes Tony Hawk like an old man. Yeah, like it just makes him look like an old man. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like it was trying to be next gen, but it was so weird. So weird. God, well, moving swiftly on to Proving Grounds. Now, this game, I can say, was great. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, so this game, again, like you're a local skater, you can kind of see like where they're going with like these Tony Hawk games. Yeah, you're a local skater, and you have like these different types of traits, or like, yeah, like different types of traits. It was like a different type of skill tree. You had like all these different types of skill trees. God, I'm trying to remember. So you had one where it was like a rustic sort of skill tree where, you know, you'd basically skate off the ground, like trying to find the best ways of like moving forward. So, for example, if you had to get on like on top of a ledge, like for example, you would try and find stuff in your environment to like try and get up there. So if you found a box, you could just like drag a box over and then, you know, get off your board, you know, climb up to the top of the ledge, that sort of thing. There was also ones where it was like what was it, like a hardcore skater. So like, you know, saying like screw you to the establishment, that sort of thing. You know, you don't, you know, it's like what I say goes, that sort of thing. Yeah, like a very like rough way of skateboarding. For example, there was like a move that you could do where you swing your arms about and then you'd like knock people over. And then the other one was just more like traditional, like become a pro sort of like storyline. Yeah, like, you know, becoming like famous in the skateboarding community, whilst learning these tricks from like legends of the skateboarding community, that sort of thing. So it was good. I really enjoyed this game. So I'm gonna put this in the great category. It's also brings back the whole slow-mo mechanic. But it's 10 times better than what it was in Project 8. Way better. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was great as well, so I'm going to put that there. Right, so moving on. What the hell is this? Tony Hawk's Motion. Never played it. It looks like a handheld game as well. Judging by like the corner here, that could be like a DS case. So yeah, never played. Never played that game. Tony Hawk's Vert. No idea. No idea what that is. Right, oh my god, these two games. Right, so Tony Hawk's Ride. When I was a kid, I really wanted this game because the whole controller, like the whole gimmick, was to give you a controller that was in the shape of a skateboard. Where, yeah, it was like this peripheral. It was like the Wii Motion board, the Wii Fit board, but it was in the shape of a skateboard. And yeah, it was all motion censored, you know, so if you like, you're supposed to like stand on this skateboard and, you know, with your feet, like, you know, like a pushing motion with your feet, like you would go forward. And if you like, you know, crouch on the board, you know, using your hand like over the sensor, you could do like a grab move. And if you pop the board up like with your back foot, you can like do a jump and like, you know, swivel the board as well. You do like a flip trick. So you could, you know, they were really trying their best to make it so like you can, you know, it's like skateboarding in your living room. But when I saw like the videos of like people trying it out and all that, it was so funny. Like people, you know, people falling over and all that, you know, some shit happens. But yeah, I mean, you could see what they were trying to do. The technology wasn't there yet. You know, this was like at the time when the Wii was coming out and like the Kinect was coming out. So the whole motion control space was trying its best to get into the market, but it wasn't there yet. But yeah, I never played this game, and I don't think I ever will. So this will go in the, you know, not played category. Same as Shred. Shred was like the precursor to that. It was like, you know, moving on from Ride, trying its best to, you know, tweak some things. But in all fairness, this whole thing should have died. Like, this whole thing shouldn't... The second game should never have come out. It should have stuck with Ride and then be done with it, you know? But yeah, it was funny to watch. It was very funny to watch. Yeah, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD. So way back in the day, I want to say when I first started off my YouTube, this was going about 10 years ago, uh, give or take 10 years ago. I was doing like achievement videos. I was trying to be like achievement hunter and doing like these videos on like how you get like different achievements in the game. And I was doing Pro Skater HD at the time, and I managed to get like 15 out of 16 achievements. The only one I'm missing is something to do with like do the whole game again, but like on the hardest difficulty, something like that. But yeah, I mean, I can't watch my old stuff anymore. I cringe when I look at my old stuff. But yeah, this game was great. This game sort of repackaged Pro Skater 1 and 2, but gave it a facelift, you know, like a HD remaster of the game. You could use your Xbox avatar as well at the time, you know, like the 360 avatar that you created as a skateboarder as well. Mine was like the blue Mighty Morphin Power Ranger at the time. I mean, it was a great game. Yeah, classic Pro Skater stuff, you know, getting goals, doing scores, finding the hidden, like taping the level and all that. The soundtrack was good and all that. The DLC, I think there was DLC for this game. It was Pro Skater 3 stuff. So you had like these old Pro Skater 3 levels coming back and all that. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was a good game. So I'm gonna put that in the great category. Yeah, I'm happy with that. But it's like just misses the mark of being like the best. But yeah, I'll put it there because I really liked the game at the time when I was playing it. I played it non-stop, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. What the hell is this? Tony Hawk's Shred Session. Never played it. So you go there. Whoops. There you go. So you go there. You go with Shred as well. Oh no. Pro Skater 5. Okay. So when it comes to Pro Skater 5, I never played it because of the reviews I saw for the game and the bugs that I saw for the game. So I never picked this up. But then of course I saw like Ray Narvaez Jr. play it on like stream and all that. And then I saw like how bad it was. It was full of bugs, it was full of glitches. The gameplay wasn't all that great. It was trying its best to be like the next iteration of the Pro Skater series of like doing old school stuff. Like when this was first announced, we were like, oh, you know, a new Pro Skater game after so many years since Pro Skater 4. I think Pro Skater 4 came out in like 2002, I want to say, and Pro Skater 5 came out 10 years later, I want to say. But yeah, I mean, this game was riddled with bugs, so bad. I mean, Lil Wayne, I think it was Lil Wayne, was a guest character. Even though like the guest characters beforehand were like Wolverine, Darth Maul, Iron Man, Spider-Man was in like Pro Skater 2 as like a playable character because like Neversoft are the guys that did the Pro Skater series. We're also doing like the Spider-Man PS1 game at the time, so we're like, oh, let's put Spider-Man in the game as well in Pro Skater. Hell yeah, so good. But yeah, you got like Lil Wayne in this, and you got like Alien, generic Alien or something like that in Pro Skater 5. I don't even think this game had like a create a skater, or it might have done, but it wasn't like fully fleshed out. So bad. But yeah, like the whole reviews and like seeing other people play it put me off this game, so I never picked this up, and it's probably for good reason as well. But this is gonna have to go in the worst hate category. Even if I played it as well, it would probably go there. But I haven't played it, so it's gonna have to go. It's gonna have to go there. I never played it. Skate Jam. Never played it. I don't even know what this is. I think it's a mobile game, I think. And now we move on to the final game in this tier list. We have Pro Skater 1+2. So this is a recent game that came out. Oh god, I want to say this came out 2020 or 2019. Something like that. Yeah, so when it came to this game, we got like an announcement, like a new Tony Hawk's game was coming out. And it was going to be a Pro Skater game as well. And we were like speculating like, oh god, is it going to be like another train wreck like Pro Skater 5 was? Or is it going to go back to its roots? Like they're really going to try with this one. And you know what? Turns out they really tried with this one. They really did a good job with this one. So yeah, this was very similar to like Pro Skater HD, like repackaging Pro Skater 1 and 2 levels into this game. But they added so much more onto it. It was fully fleshed out. It was great. It was like the old Pro Skater like vibe that you know and love, and like you loved growing up as a kid. And yeah, the soundtrack was from the previous 2 games as well, but they really tried their best to get as much as they could in it because of licensing and copyright issues. You know how it is. But yeah, like this game was great. I loved playing through this game. When I was on Twitch, starting off my streaming career on Twitch, I did a stream on this, and then I tried uploading it onto YouTube as well. And of course, because of copyright reasons, because of the soundtrack, you can't see it. But yeah, this game was great. And like I said before, I was doing a like an evolution like video from Pro Skater 1 to 5, like leading up to this game. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. So I guess without further ado, it's going to have to go into the S category. I thoroughly enjoyed this game, loved playing through the game, non-stop as well. I loved the multiplayer stuff as well, like going through like the levels with your multiplayer friends, and like competing in competitions and all that. It was great. But yeah, that's gonna have to do it for my list. So I'm very happy with that list. I didn't realize there was so many like Tony Hawk games that I actually missed out on. How many is there? Like 3, 6, 9. There was 10. There are 10 Tony Hawk's games that I never played. Wow. But yeah, like that's my list, guys. So yeah, like I said before, like your list could completely be different. I'd love to hear your comments, your tier lists in the comment section below. Always appreciated. But yeah, your whole list could be different and all that. I'm very happy with that list. Yeah, sound off in the comments below your stuff and all that. Love to hear it as always. But yes, guys, that's what I'm gonna have to cut it for today's tier list video. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, go ahead and subscribe, and also ring that bell to stay notified when I go live or when I do post videos. And yeah, I'm very happy with that list, and love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you in my next video or stream. Take care. Have a good day, guys. God bless.